Yeah.
Yo, what's going on? I guess we're live.
It's the Friday vibe, the
don't know
Hugo
what happened
Smoke
to the
Show.
intro,
No work
but
on the horizon, let the good times flow.
let me go live
Grab a
over
smoke,
here.
let's light it
Oh.
up. Stream the show, it's
So
time to
explain the
erupt.
intro
Kick back, unwind, let the laughter
on
ring. Weekends
Instagram,
calling, let's smoke and
not
sing.
on
Hugo
YouTube.
Smokes is here, the party's alive, join the fun.
Not sure what's
This is
going on
where
there.
we thrive.
Very, very weird. Ben, can you hear me? Or is the intro playing? Benito. Yes, we got. I don't know why
It's the
not
Friday
playing on
vibe,
here.
the Hugo
Alright,
Smoke
what's this
Show.
new?
No work on the horizon, let the good times flow. Grab a smoke, let's light it up. Stream the show, it's time to erupt. Kick back, unwind, let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive, join the fun. This is where we thrive. Kick back, unwind, let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive, join the fun. This is where we thrive.
Oh, I was muted. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 87 of the TGIF show. I'm your host, Hugo Smokes. We got another Friday the 13th episode going on here. Don't step on a crack or I'll your mother's back. Before we get into the cigar that I'm smoking today, let's go ahead and take a little bit of roll call. Let me just fix this screen here. All right, that's good there. And we got Benito. What's up, Benito? Good morning. We got Brian Salvato. And we got JD. What's up, guys? Yo. Can you guys see me? Let me see. Not sure why I can't see myself on camera. What's going on with this browser thing? Let me see. YouTube, what's going on? Hey, can you guys see me on the screen or no? Oh, let me just go over here. No, because I can't see myself on my side, but it looks like I'm still on. All right, I don't know what's going on, but this guy is saying, "Nah, fool, you're invisible." Let me see. Yeah, it seems like it's playing right. Okay, I don't know. Chrome is tripping today. Whatever. Friday the 13th. What are you guys up to today? I'm already making a bad decision, smoking a cigar um, that's not flavored from a flavored brand. Kind of like a paradox, right? But let me see. So what I got today is a Tatiana Delights And obviously everybody recognizes this cigar brand, right? Because Tatiana makes a lot of flavor cigars, but this one's not. However, it is a sweet tip, and the cigar makeup is just a regular Ecuador Connecticut seed wrapper leaf over a Dominican Corojo binder, um, and it's got Criollo 98 and Corojo Dominican leaf in there too. I think typically the flavored stuff is Indonesian Sumatra over Dominican binders and fillers. And then I don't know what factory the Tatiana flavored stuff is made at, but this one is made at La Aurora. So I know that La Aurora doesn't have any flavored tobacco or infused tobacco, at least not that I know of. So right off the gate, obviously it's a flavored tip, not a flavored tobacco or sweetened tip. I'm sorry, kind of like the brulees. I did get a lot of that artificial sweetener at the beginning, but it's dissipated now. Here, what, half an inch into the cigar, and now I can really appreciate the profile. Um, Earthy, a little bit of spice, kind of creamy, and very like non-offensive. So yeah. Let me see. JD saying thinking about smoking a forbidden 13 on Friday 13th. Oh, that would be sick. That'd be nice. Audio is good. Yeah, no, it's the I don't know why on my side I can't see myself on StreamYard. But I know it's playing because I have it like running on a different screen. So okay, whatever. I just smoked a Perdomo 20th sun grown. Oh, nice. 20th anniversary. I don't think I smoked any 20th anniversaries yet. I have some, but I haven't got to them. What's up, Bourbon Pitmaster? Welcome, bro. How you doing? And Brian saying those cigars are for women. Ooh, oh, really? I mean, this isn't the flavored stuff. It's it's supposed to be a regular run of the mill Connecticut. So and it's actually got some kick on the retro. Definitely, it's got some kick. White pepper. Um, that's it. Wait, maybe like a very spicy cedar, maybe. And JD saying, I have a sweet tip for you. Orale, vato. Orale. For sure. The Bourbon Pitmaster saying he's good. Um, he's ready for a smoke. Nice. What are you thinking about lighting up? Before I forget, let me take some media. Take some media of the cigar. So, what's Brian? What are you smoking this morning, bro? Mister Macho Man. And if I'm not mistaken, hopefully Steven joins here in a bit. But I think this cigar was handed to us at one of the events we went to. Um, like 2 years ago for Christmas. It was like a uh Toys for Tots event, and I'm pretty sure that's where we got this cigar handed to us. But if Steven comes on, he can validate that for me. So it's been chilling in my humidor since. So maybe it chilled out. I think these cigars came out in let me see, let me just look it up. Uh 2022, I believe. Let me see. Let me just look it up real quick. Oh, 2024. Okay, so they haven't been out that long. So this is an article from May of 2024 for Charlie Minato, JD's favorite cigar reviewer. So it's announcing that they are heading to stores. Okay, but let's see the actual article, what it says. So this is August 17 of 2024. So yeah, these were released May 2024. And this one here is a 5x50 Robusto, and it's a $8 cigar. Again, made at the La Aurora factory. And yeah, that's it. So swing cap. Most of it has already dissipated, which is good because I don't like that artificial sweetener. And yeah, the bourbon pitmaster is saying, I don't know, my buddy gave me a Romeo San Andres. Romeo San Andres. Haven't smoked that cigar. Mm, nope, nope. Damn, bro, you should have gone to the lounge. Oh, did you end up going? I didn't see you post anything. What happened? Did you smoke some bangers? Was it cool? I'm gonna light up a divine inspiration. Nice. Puente Friday. Yeah, no, I was busy yesterday, man. I can't, you know, I usually go like on the weekend if I can. Uh I was actually thinking of going Saturday, but I'm not sure. I don't think we have anything going on Saturday. So the ash just fell, but the cigar is burning fine. It's got a little bit of actually a very wavy burn line. Hit it with the torch pretty good. Definitely very cedar forward cigar. So we'll see if it has any complexity. I'm thinking I'm thinking might be a little bit linear, but I don't know. What's up, Cigar Symphony on Instagram? Good morning, bro. I think I'm gonna light up PG 20th later for the Friday 13th. Happy PG 13. Oh, nice. That's cool. Do you like those PG cigars? Yeah, bro. Smoked a few bangers, had good conversations. Didn't post shit because of cigars. Um, that's awesome, dude. Hell yeah. That's always good, when you have a good time and then you forget about your phone. A lot of times when I go there, that's what happens. Did you go by yourself or somebody else? Did Sal go or um you're just talking to the guys there? They're pretty cool. Bunch of regulars. So he had a PG Monday, but felt it was aged out. Why did you think it was aged out? So the last sweetened tip, or actually, it wasn't even a sweetened tip. It was an actual flavored cigar. I didn't know it was the Drew Estates. Fuck, what is that shit called? The one that's unbanded and you're supposed to guess. FSL something. But dude, that sweetness was present on the cigar throughout, like from beginning to end, and it was pretty annoying. And then later on, I find out it's like the Dominica. What is it? The Deadwood Dominica, and I was like, oh shit, no wonder. But yeah, nah, that cigar was no bueno. Ah, yeah, the freestyle packs, exactly. Yeah, you guys remember that one, right? It was Robusto, I think. Yeah, no, no, that those Dominicas are not for me. Definitely, it was. And welcome, Sal. Good morning. Sorry. Um, I think I still have like a Gordo 660. That's either gonna stay in my humidor for the rest of time, or I'm gonna hand it out to somebody that likes flavored cigars. Because no way I'm smoking that one. I haven't even smoked the 760 or 770 from what's his name, Alex. What's up? What's up, Juan? Cigars and Music on Instagram. Buenos dias, señor. Yeah, the Dominica. Alex Rubicon on Instagram. Good morning. Welcome. Let me know what you guys are lighting up. Um, Last weekend was kind of busy. For some reason, when there's like a change of temperature here in SoCal, like a drastic change in temperature, like we get like these fucking heavy winds. So last weekend on Saturday morning, my dog was barking like at 2, 3 in the morning. I was like, what the fuck? And then I heard like all this like sheet metal banging, like bam, bam, bam. And we like back in the backyard, there's like a bunch of horse stalls. So like the guys put the sheet metal or like the corrugated like metal sheets to keep like the bedding inside. So it was so windy that like a bunch of those metals were like clanging all over the place. You know what I mean? So I look in my front door camera, and like these panels here were like literally flying out right here. It was so windy that it broke. It didn't break them, but like it deconstructed them, because these little panels go inside of this. There's like a little what do you call it? Like a little slot in here, right? So my project that last weekend was like putting these bad boys back together. Luckily, my daughter was over and she had her glue gun, so I put them back together, put some glue on them, and they seem to be fine now. But yeah, it was crazy. Like the whole Saturday until like probably like midday, like noon, it was like super windy here. It was crazy. I don't know if you got any of that. You Brian or Sal, did you guys get any of that those heavy winds last weekend? It was crazy. Juan, Cigars and Music 88 is saying I'm smoking from the pipe this morning. The blend is called Nutty Irishman. Oh, sounds pretty tasty. And Cigar Chronicle on Instagram. What's up, bro? Good morning. So yeah. So, I like this background. So I was like, dude, I gotta salvage these panels. And thankfully, I was able to do that. So that's my story from last weekend. It was crazy. Brian saying it didn't have any spice, just felt like it was burning without transitioning. Mm. Okay, for sure, could be. I mean, who knows what the original one was like, right? I haven't smoked any PGs yet, so I wouldn't know. Maybe I'll smoke a Cuban cigar instead. This guy's on his Cuban era. For sure. Cigar Chronicle saying greetings from Dubai on Instagram. What's up, man? Hell yeah. Cigars and Music is saying we had heavy winds here in Texas 4 days ago, and today it's windy also. Nice. You guys are kind of like in a alley that gets like a bunch of like wind, right? You're also in San Antonio. Bangers only. That's right. I haven't seen any enforcement in the UTL. Have you experienced the same so far? No difference from last year. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No. It seems like everything is kind of like because I don't know if it's because of the government shutdown or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of like at a halt right now. I haven't seen anything. And then like the whole Cuban thing, I haven't seen an update. There was like a whole article somebody posted. I was reading about it, but it's kind of like the same thing. Brian's saying, yeah, it was windy. Um, so it was windy, but not that bad in the city. Okay. Yeah, maybe the high rises maybe blocked a little bit of it, but yeah, no, it was. I didn't see like what the wind speed was, but I'm sure it was like I wouldn't say like 40, 50 miles an hour. It was like crazy. In fact, I think I came out like around 9, 10 in the morning, and then like, hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Somebody left the front gate a little bit open, and my dog just kind of slipped out. So I was like, "Hey, okay, blood. What's up, DC? Good morning, bro. All right, we got a comment here from Sal saying there are several brands that are not on the shelves and some local B&Ms due to UTL. The shelf space is being replaced with legacy. Makes sense. So replacing the boutique stuff with legacy. I haven't been to a B&M in a while, so I don't know. And I haven't done any online cigar shopping either. I haven't done any cigar shopping in general in a while, so I have no idea what's going on with that, man. How's everybody else doing? Oh, fucking DC. Um, but yeah, no. Let's see. Uh, let's ask. AI mode. Is there any updates on the tobacco UTL? The unflavored tobacco list. So it's saying that the enforcement started January 1st. Um, rolling updates. The list is continuously updated as the California DOJ receives new applications. For example, some cigar brands not present on the initial December list were added early January 2026 after successful registration. So, going back to Ben's comment, money grab there, like, brands didn't make the cut, but they're still letting them apply because there's a fee involved, right? Um, yeah, that's it. Nothing else. Yo, DC, whatever happened to your employee, that one that got into a car accident? Oh, hey, or accident. Cigars and music saying, yeah, in San Antonio, it's pretty windy here, especially in the area where I live. It's open. Yeah, just like Frank, right? And he's also saying, if you want anything close to Cuban style cigars, Patoro cigars, or try the Arsenio by Arganorsa leaf. It was Arsenio Ramos' personal blend. He was a master blender who worked for Habanos in Cuba. Okay. I like the Patoro Terra Blanche. I didn't find it to be Cubanesque at all. But I do enjoy the Gordo on that one, or Toro Gordo, whatever you want to call it. who let who let the dogs out? Yeah, for sure, dude. The first thing I told everybody that comes in to care for their horses or whatever, like, make sure you close the gate on your way out. You know what I mean? Don't leave it cracked. Like, these guys are lazy. You know, if they pull up and the gate's closed, they'll open it to bring in their truck or whatever, and they'll leave it open. I'm like, dude, close the door behind you. Sometimes they don't even need to bring their vehicle in; they just bring it in because they want to. So I'm like, well, you chose to bring your car in. Could walk your ass in. You're just gonna check on your horse and leave. Steven, Epicurean Smokes. Remember this cigar? I think they handed this one to us at the toy drive in December. We went to that Triple Eight lounge. I'm pretty sure this one came from there. Because if um I think I got a pack for DC also. So DC, I think you have this one as well. Back to work, upbeat and healthy. Nice. Good for him. Te gustan los gorditos. Yeah, man. Like DC, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, that's one cigar where, like, uh the Lancero as much as I did the thicker ring gauge. So Steven saying, yeah, Patoro Toro Gordo is good. Good quality Dominican, but not Cuban-esque. Terra Blanche Toro Gordo, exactly. Yes, we got that's okay. So it's from that toy drive. Yep. I thought I remember that. So yeah, so it's a sweet tip for the people that are just tuning in and the wrapper coming up a little bit. It's a sweet tip, not a flavored cigar. Ecuadorian Connecticut seed wrapper over Corojo binder over Corojo and Criollo 98 fillers. Okay, so now it's getting a lot more creamier on the palate. Definitely, it's got like this earthy tone on it, especially on the finish. And what seems to be like some type of spice. Let's see what the retro's doing because it was pretty bold in the beginning. Mm, yeah, the retro's up there, so definitely a whew, but it's not black pepper. It's like white. It's like a mix of like white and red pepper. Pretty interesting. Yep. So I think DC got that pack as well, along with the other stuff. Um, yeah, and then also on the retro, it leaves like this like that spice medley like lingering, but it's like a clean spice. It's not like like an abundant kind of like annoying spice. So for what it is, I mean, except for the retro, I wouldn't smoke this cigar again in the morning for sure. It's too spicy. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. So, but I don't know. Maybe it's worth a shot if you like that spice. I know there's some people that like that kick. You know what I mean? Um, I definitely don't, but I just won't retro as much. Okay, taking a small draw definitely leaves a different taste in your mouth. So maybe that's the way to go with this cigar. I mean, it's pairing well with coffee. So all right. So what else did I want to say about this cigar? And I think that's it. Okay, so Halfwell gave it a 85. So a B, solid B, right? So not bad. And I think they smoked obviously like three samples of it, and then that's it. I think Cigar Dojo also rated the cigar. Let's see if I could find it. No, Developing Palates smoked it. DP. And I don't understand the rating. Or I don't even think they rate it, right? They kind of have like a just like so they do have a rating score. I don't know what it's out of. So one person gave it a 5.75. The other one gave it a 4.8, and the other one gave it a 4.28. Steven, is that out of 10? Because if that's true, then that's a very low score. Um, let's see. Okay, let's take a conclusion here from one of the guys, Seth. I got nothing out of the Tatiana Delights Robusto. No sweetness throughout anything memorable. Affordable cigar, but spent some more money or spend more money on something to get something of higher quality and substance. The sweetness faded away too fast. That cigar, I was irritated because I think that was all that was going on for a short period of time. So he's saying that the only thing that he got from it was the sweetness from the tip, which is not true. If anything, I think the cigar is linear so far. I mean, I'm barely, tapping into the second, third here, but the burn line's catching up, which is good. It was very wavy at the beginning. The construction's okay. So I think it's out of 10. Oh, so that's a fucking F. That's a hard F, dude. Okay, now I want to read somebody else's. Let's go with John. The initial impression of the Tatiana Delights Robusto was relatively flat, uh, but pleasant. As the cigar continued into the second third, it became increasingly bitter, which continued for the remainder of the review and resulted in a challenging review to complete. So I think his bitterness is what I'm describing as that spice that's left over on the palate, which I don't find it to be bitter, maybe a little bit tannic and very earthy. Again, it's got Criollo 98 filler in it, so that tobacco is kind of like weird sometimes. The draw was perfect while the burn struggled. I'm not getting a struggling burn. Requiring 3 relights. So far, I touched it up one time. I think you guys saw. And I think it's quite clear that Tatiana's Delights Robusto is targeting a value segment and does deliver a premium cigar band and presentation. Okay. Unfortunately, the flavor profile was unpleasant for the majority of the review, something the sweet cap couldn't overcome. This is not something I would return to, and I would be hard pressed to suggest that this cigar is even given to a budget smoker. This guy smoked it for an hour and 53 minutes. I don't think that's gonna be my case, but the one thing I do have to say, it's got abundant smoke production, definitely. And JD saying developing palettes has the most confusing rating system. Well, they have a let's let's see. What do they use to rate? Pre-light, first draw. I don't even know what the criteria is. Doesn't even say here. Oh, let's see the scoring system. Okay, their scoring system. Let's go over it. There are 5-point scales, 10-point scales, 100-point scales. Oh shit! 5-point system. Oh, okay. So they use either a 5-point, a 10-point, or a 100-point. So I'm assuming for this one they use a 10-point scale, just like Steven mentioned. We tend to feel that the 10-point rating system works best. A 10-point scale is easily understood and gives a good range between the highest and lowest scores. For most of the people that use this scale, you're going to find the majority of things scoring in the 7 to 10-point range. Huh. So, yeah, so they're saying a 10-point scale will be used for the total score. to summarize what you'll read below, which is basically their grading system. The best way to look at a scoring is to compare it to a satisfaction survey that uses a 10-point scale. A 10 is extremely satisfied, 5 is neither satisfied or dissatisfied, and 0 is completely dissatisfied. The higher the score is on the satisfied side, the better. And they give points for pre-light experience, so presentation, draw. Let's see what else. Look, smell the cigar, and that's it. And each third's flavor is 21%. Oh, so actually the pre-light experience is 0%. And then each third gives them is 21% each, so that's 63%. And then the burn is 6%, the draw is 9%, and then overall is 22%. So yeah, interesting. Cubanist New Worlds, your picks. What's up? Only Juan Barrel. Well, being that being that I can get Cuban cigars, I just smoke Cuban. And I don't know. I don't know. I can what do you call it? I can recommend some nice New Worlds. I wouldn't say Cubanesque. I don't like using the word Cubanesque. But yeah, that's just me. I like to use Pythagorean theorem to rate my cigars and astrology, the stars. I like it to the stars. Cubanesque and New World don't belong in the same sentence. Yeah, really. Yeah, because I mean, it's just Cuban tobacco. It's just Cuban tobacco. That's why I don't mix Cuban cigars in my end of the year list because I don't know. It's a different animal. You know what I mean? But that's just my train of thought. Everybody's entitled to think the way they want to think and produce content the way they want to produce it. You know what I mean? But enjoyable cigars, New Worlds, AG definitely, some Feral Tegos, some Avowed. We mentioned those. I mean, Arturo Fuente has definitely some great cigars out there. Shoosh. What else? Gurkha? No, I'm kidding. sorry, sorry. Sips and Sticks. South Saint AG and Villager Miami or Limited 51 for Cuban similarity. Oh, that's a very nice wording there. Cuban similarity. That's good. Yeah, Cuban similarity, I guess. Yeah. And again, for me, not every Cuban cigar is the same. I'm sorry, but people that think that they're not. Like, I think there's similarities within brands. Monte Cristo has their signature profiles. Romeo y Julieta has their signature stuff. Partagas. Yeah, man. I think it would be easier to smoke an unbanded Cuban cigar and guess what it is than a New World for me. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's a pretty good experiment there. Sal, what do you say, bro? Unbanded Cuban cigars or what? I feel ya. Good thing I have 2 trips to stock up on some. Nice. Where are you going, bro? I hope not Cuba because you might get stuck over there. There's no fuel. You might you might be able to get there, but you might not be able to come back because we're in a huge Cuban crisis. Speaking of world situations, I saw a post on Instagram that said Iran, or there's a possibility that Iran might have drone attacks in the LA area. And I was like, dude, first of all, like, that's bullshit. Like, I would believe like an aerial assault, yeah, but drone attack, like to get a drone here, come on, dude. Like, nah. Good thing that most of the comments on that post, people were laughing about it, and it seems like they didn't believe it, which is good because then it creates just like, you know, chaos and like all these people getting scared and shit. Like, yeah, I don't think that'll happen. Um, but yeah, man, I don't know who creates these fucking posts, but they're evil, especially with such a sensitive topic. You know what I mean? Take some pictures. Hey Sal, how are your dogs doing, bro? Maybe we should plan a dog park date with our dogs. Should be fun. Take them to the HQ or what? Smoke some bangers with them. Yeah. Now imagine smoking like I think AZ was the only one that I saw that he was like I'm assuming like in a cigar group or whatever where like they would smoke unbanded Cuban cigars. That's pretty sick. So another touch up there because it was kind of like falling behind their little canoe. So two, I wish Cuba during better times. Going to Cancun twice. Hopefully prices didn't go up too much since December. Nice. You're going to the original Casa de Habano there in Cancun, so you should be able to get some good shit. I saw a post. I'm not sure if that was Steven's post, but it probably was. There was the Cuban government intercepted a shipment of of fake Cubans authentic what is that shit called, the seals, the authenticity seals coming into Cuba from the United States. The ones that have the, I guess, like the serial number where you can check on the verification system. I was like, dude, that's crazy. I mean, believe it or not, man, there's a lot of like logistics going on, between Americans and Cubans, or people going from USA there, and obviously, there's a bunch of people that go, and they're basically mules. They bring they bring a bunch of like Cuban cigars over, but it's a gamble, man. I've heard people uh people's stash gets confiscated all the time, like carry-ons, duffel bags, just full of Cuban cigars. So people go through some struggle to get those cigars in here. The love of the leaf, man. You know what I mean? I mean, just ask JD. JD's in his Cuban era. He's smoking up his Cuban stash. Only one barrel saying yes, sir. LCDH has had great inventory and missed their anniversary party by a week. So the LCDH in Cancun has a annual party or what? Buenos dias, Hugo. Just tuning in. How's that smoke so far? Um, you know, it's like interesting. It's an interesting cigar. Um, Obviously, it's a brand that produces flavored cigars. This one is their first non-flavored cigar, but it is a sweet tip. So being for their and it's a Connecticut, I think it's all right. It's not the best, but it's just all right. And it's also offered in Toro and Gordo, oh no, Toro and Churchill, by the way. Let's see if let's see what size it was. It was a 6x50 and 7x50, so traditional sizes there. I wouldn't smoke anything bigger than this Robusto, to be honest with you. Out of 10, this thing is like 7, 8. But it does have like a creamy effect on the retro and the palate that's pretty enjoyable. That's probably one of the only things that's keeping me intrigued in this cigar, or that's keeping me from tossing it across the yard here. And the burn's pretty good. Look, pretty much white ash, so you don't get that dark charred stuff that I mentioned before that is kind of like questionable to me. I smuggle them in my prison wallet for sure, dude. JD. So one barrel saying they were celebrating, I think, 30 years of being open, like you said, the first LCDH. Yeah. Opened by Max Gutman, huh? Dude, that guy's fucking a G, bro. Like, I wish I could meet him one day. We were supposed to head down to Mexico City for the World Cup, but our itinerary has changed. Now we're doing our honeymoon in Europe. So, but I think my sister-in-law is still going over there. But that would have been a nice trip there to see if I can. Because the last time I was there, I couldn't go to this LCDH. Yeah, I can't imagine choosing that cigar in a Churchill. By the way, are you gonna smoke it soon, or are you just gonna like, eh? Okay, so now definitely it's getting woody on the palate. So like cedar, oak maybe, because semi floral, and it does leave that like that bitter tannic sensation on the palate. So I see what they're saying there on DP, but it's not really like enough putting bitter note. Yeah. So when I saw that cigar, you know, in the pack, I was like, "What the fuck, a Tatiana?" And it's a Robusto. I never seen like a Robusto, you know. So they're most of the cigars are like thinner ring gauge. They're flavored stuff, right? But I looked it up and I was like, "Oh, it's a non-flavored cigar, but it's sweet tip." So like, I'll let it chill for a bit and then I'll smoke it. I was thinking of doing like an actual full on review on it, but then I was like, nah, I'll just do like I'll go live, something different. But Juan Barrel, are you smoking anything this morning? And today's cigar, are you guys smoking anything? Yeah, it's like cedar, oak. It's woody. Not a lot of spice going on the palate. It's mainly on the retro. So if you like the spice, this is a nice cigar for you for the morning because it's easy on the palate, but it's got that intensity on the retro. What's up, Kay? Good morning, bro. Tus primos aren't acting nicely at the moment. Órale. Steven said he gave it away. Oh, man. Come on, bro. You weren't even like intrigued by it? Like a non flavored cigar coming from a flavored cigar brand. That definitely caught my attention. I was like, huh, I wonder if it's any good. You never know, man. You never know unless you smoke it. Stoggy Brody, what's up, man? Good morning. How you living life, bro? Did you give up on YouTube already, or are you taking like a break from creating content? What's going on, man? I haven't seen any of your videos drop. So today's cigar is saying he's gonna be smoking a sophisticated hooker shortly after Fuente Friday. Rare pink sophisticated hooker. I've only had one rare pink, and I think it was just the diademas, or what is it, like a six by something. Very floral cigar for me. The pink, the rare pink, very floral. I almost didn't finish that one. That's like, if I had one word to use for Dominican tobacco, it would be floral right off the bat. Obviously, there's other components to it, but definitely I do get like floral, and then like the nice Dominican, you get that nice Dominican funk, right? I'm debating crazy winds in the Midwest. I'm gonna look in a sec for a quick lunch smoke. Nice. I mean, that's the same logic by not staring at methamphetamine too. No, dude, because you know that meth is gonna fuck your ass up, dude. Come on. Yeah, if you smoke meth, you're gonna be chasing chickens, bro. Like Smokey. Brian saying, for real, man, I miss a hey, 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 YouTube. I'm back. Let's see if Stogie is gonna respond to that. Um, Laugh out loud. Send info. I'll send some different sizes. You can try them. Some are floral, yes, sir. Some have that more of the opus funk. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. Um, so definitely, like for me, that's a note that I'm like, yeah, definitely like floral. Even like on the higher end stuff, like I get some florality, like on the Dubai's. Well, I'm talking like Fuente because obviously they use a lot of Dominican tobacco or mostly Dominican tobacco. But yeah, so Stoggy Bird is saying that TOS kind of derailed me, just sitting talking about a cigar and not showing it or nor smoking it on camera. Since sitting on me, I might go with short or something. Yeah, I definitely get it. And uh, I mean, as far as like the viewership, I think it's pretty consistent, at least with my stuff, where like I'm not smoking on camera, I'm not lighting the cigar, because in reality, like the whole lighting part, like we can all skip, in my opinion. Like I don't need to see a person light the cigar, right? Unless you're doing like a tutorial or something, like on showing like something, innovative or whatever. I guess that's cool. But like lighting the cigar, cutting the cigar, who cares? Uh, Smoking the cigar, I don't know. I guess. Um, I've also like unconsciously just taken puffs of the cigar while I'm talking about the segment, right? And so I've actually done like a transition effect, whatever slide effect, blur effect, because that's just the way the cookie crumbles now. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it does suck. I mean, I'm happy that we still have our channels. I don't think anybody's been uh canceled or like shut down. And there goes my camera. Osmo. I can't even see myself on screen anyway, so who cares? But yeah, 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 I get it, bro. I get it. But I will be doing interviews at PCA. Oh, nice. You're going to PCA. Oh, well, you're close by, right? That's dope. Yeah, Steven's going, so you'll get to chill with him, hopefully. Hell yeah. We're gonna fire one up, bro. That's fun, dude. Like I wish I can go this year, but I can't. I'll have to go next year for sure. We'll have to get together on that next year. Still getting subs, so I gotta do something. Yeah, man, definitely. I mean, it doesn't take much to record, a few um shots of your cigar and then just post them. For some reason, shorts don't get hit. They don't get any ARs. They don't get anything. The If anything, just music rights, but that's nothing. And mainly it's like uh censored songs in certain parts of the world, which is kind of crazy to me, but whatever. Um Skinny Money and Abdullah on Instagram. What's up, guys? Good morning. Haha, don't even say that plain, bro. The guys over at I think Half Wheel mentioned that this cigar tasted like construction paper. I've never tasted construction paper. I smelled it. It does have like a distinct uh smell to it, but so far I haven't got that. Again, I think it's the earthy tone that's coming in that they might be describing as paper. And the retro sting has been like pretty consistent, pretty punchy throughout the cigar. So if you're that guy that likes spice on the retro, you will um definitely enjoy the cigar. He's saying pull up to Chicago. There's a few places out here for a good cigar. Um, I think I'm going to Chicago in August, bro, because my wife got invited to a wedding out there. So I think we're going out there. So I don't know if you're on Instagram. Find me on Instagram. Shoot me a message, bro. I think it's August, if I'm not mistaken. That'll be definitely pretty fun to hit some lounges out there. Just say, hey, YouTube, I'm back. Then say peace out. Uh, taste test time. Go eat some construction papelito. Yeah, some fucking paper mache, huh? Um, that's just funny, dude. Again, it's I guess it's the way we describe cigars, right? We all have like a different what do you call that shit? Creativity, different creativity as far as like describing the flavor profile. And it's whatever comes to our mind first. You know what I mean? Except for Brian. Brian can't describe anything he smokes. He just says if it's good or not, which is also good. Like he knows what he likes. If it's maybe it's just smooth, he likes it. I don't know. So the cigar's coming to an end here. It's not lighting up. It's extinguishing. So let's hit it one more time. So okay, so now I'm at 3 light ups, just like the DP guys. And it was a little bit wetter at the cap. I think it was around. Again, I just took this. Oh, I didn't say it, but I just took this cigar out of my humidor yesterday, last night, and it was registering 66, 65 at the foot. I'm sorry, at the cap, and around 62 at the foot. So when that happens, I do get like draw issues here at the end, or burn issues. I'm sorry, and I think my lighter ran out of fuel now. So it's back up. Okay, here, Steven and his dirty mind. I enjoy how you defer to the developing paths as DP, the essence of double penetration without being disrespectful. Fucking Steven, dude, you would think that. Yeah. The intensity on the retro hasn't died down. But again, it's a nice burn. It's not an annoying charred black pepper burn. Uh it's okay, you know. So I think this is just an okay cigar. I mean, it's as in the price range, it's in the daily range. It's $8 MSRP, and I've seen just looking up the makeup of it, it's basically discounted in a lot of places. It comes in an 18 count box for like $100. So sub $5, right? Or around $5. Aging potential in the cigar, it's been out for 2 years. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't smoke it at the beginning. It's got 2 years of rest, so I'm assuming it chilled for a bit. Maybe it was a little bit more intense on the palate. I don't see any of the I guess pleasant flavors developing anymore. If anything, maybe the intensity and the retro might die out a little bit. Maybe sometimes it intensifies, like the Jose Blanco stuff, where like that thing was like pretty punchy for me. The señoriales. Oh, so both today's cigar and today's cigar, or only Juan Barrel and today's cigar are both in Chicago. Nice. So yeah, you guys shoot me a message on Instagram, or if you guys don't have Instagram, my email is on my YouTube profile. You guys can shoot me an email as well, and we'll stay in touch. Because I think it's I think we it's a definitely yes already. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do next. Shit. Let's go back. Documents. Da Vinci. Wait, Da Vinci is here, and those are already done. I'm trying to see what I have lined up to post. So I did the Chimali already. Okay, I got a Gurkha coming up on the channel. It's the Gurkha Cellar Reserve 15 years, the Perfecto little piggy. So I think I'm gonna post that for next Tuesday. So that's coming up. Um, let's see, Chicago. Today's cigar. Asking. One barrel is in Crystal Lake, and we got today's cigar in Naperville. So Crystal Lake and Naperville. All right. Pretty sure you don't use the Vinvi de Pinchi. And Steven's got jokes today. No, I use Da Vinci the for editing. Nice, bro. Oh, and then I do have a guest coming up next Friday, or I think it might be two guests. I don't know. I have to confirm with them this weekend. But I will be posting I guess a promo on my Instagram and possibly YouTube as well as a short. So stay tuned for that. That would be a nice collab there. Haven't done that in a while on Friday mornings. And that's pretty much it. So for being a cigar coming from a flavored cigar brand, it's all right. It's not off-putting. Again, the retro is kind of bold, but it's not an annoying boldness, and it's a tolerable cigar. That's pretty much it. So thank you guys for tuning in today. It's Friday the 13th, so be careful out there. Don't step on any cracks. And I will catch you guys next Friday. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Peace out.
Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you had some fun.
the good vibes going all weekend long. Who go smokers is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer. Who goes smokes is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you had some fun, smoked a great cigar. Let's keep the good vibes going all weekend long. Who go smokers is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer.